Greetings to all of you. My name is Papa Wantonga Dikazaya Jado. And before I start my video, I'm going to wish you all Merry Christmas. Or Joyeux Noël, as we say in French. You've seen that recently, on the 25th of May, the Kimbanguists community or the Kimbanguists faithful have just celebrated their Christmas. So, one may be wondering why as the Kimbanguists celebrating Christmas on the 25th of May when we know clearly it's on the 25th of December. Well, it's not new, it's not strange, because when we look for example, when we celebrate the New Year, we can see that the Chinese, they have their own different version of New Year. They celebrate on a different date. They don't really celebrate it on the 1st of January. So similar to that, it's like us, the Kimbanguists. We do celebrate Christmas on a different date. And I'm going to try to give a summary of why the Kimbanguists celebrate, or why we celebrate Christmas on the 25th of May. The video might be done in two parts, so bear with me. I'm going to give a few reasons why we believe Jesus Christ, as they call him, was born on the 25th of May, but not on the 25th of December. Reason one, as I say, I'm speaking on the top of my head. My work, as you can see, and inspiration just came to me, do this one. So I'm not going to go really into a lot of details. I'm just going to give you some of the reason why. First of all, the first reason why the Kimbanguists believe Jesus Christ was born on May the 25th, but not on December the 25th, as you can see on my right side or left side from the camera, actually on my right side, as you can see, I'm presenting you with a calendar. The Bible by itself, the way the Bible is written, the whole of the Bible is based on a different calendar comparing to us. Today we use what we know as the Gregorian calendar. But back then, the historical Bible event is not based on today's calendar. It's based on this calendar, as you can see. And this is the Hebrew calendar. It's completely different from the Gregorian calendar. Throughout the history, throughout time, we know the calendar has endured so many changes. Before, the world, when Egypt, the original Egyptian, dominated the world, the black Egyptian to be precise, they used a different calendar. And when the Israelites went to captivity in Egypt, they were using the calendar. And history tells us that Moses, the one who was chosen by God to free the Israelites, was raised with a full knowledge and wisdom of the Egyptian. So Moses that wrote the book of Genesis or Exodus wrote it based on the calendar that was used then, which I would say is partly the Egyptian calendar. But if you look in the book of Exodus 12, I believe, when they left Egypt, God the Almighty told them, this month will be your first month of the year. So that's when the Hebrew calendar begins or started. And as you can see on my calendar right here, that means the month called as Nisan or Abib. That is the month of April if you translate it to our calendar. But once again, I'm repeating it. The Israelites or the Hebrew used a different calendar, and their calendar used to begin in April, not January like the Gregorian calendar used to start in April. So in the book of Luke 21, it reads, the angel came to visit Mary on the 6th month of the year. 6th month of the year. Not based on the Gregorian calendar, that is January, February, March, April, May, but on the Hebrew calendar. So if the angel came to visit Mary on the 6th month of the year. Then if we look at this calendar, as I'm showing you, you can see, you go from the top, which is the first month of the year is April, as the calendar is translated, April, and you count down 6 months, it falls, you count down up to from April to, you count 6 months from April, all the way down, it falls around September and August. Why I'm saying that, because the month used to be, if you translate it to our calendar, it used to be, as you can see, the dates falls between the month. So from April to September, or let's say August to September, between, a child cannot be born in December. It's practically impossible. A 3-month baby, 3-month-old baby, no. But if you count now, as the Bible says, on the 6th month of the year, which is between September, August and September, and then you count 9 months the line, and 9 months down the line, you're gonna see that the baby will automatically be born in May. So from those research, the Kimbanguist community have understood that, wait a minute, so why as the Roman Empire, or yeah, because the Roman Empire gave us the 25th of December. Well, the 25th of December was only a conventional date that was chosen. So don't be alarmed or don't be confused when you see the Kimbanguists are celebrating the Christmas on the 25th of May. That is just one example. There are more examples that I can give you, such as, like I said, the video might go in 2 parts because I don't want it to drag. The Bible tells us when Jesus was born, before he was born, they had a census. But we know census only happens in April. In our time, census only happen every 10 years in April. What's the reason behind that? But if we're talking about census, then people back then, people used to line up, because they didn't have the technology of today, but people used to line up in queue. So it's practically impossible for census to be done at the time during winter. No. That's why the Bible tells us there was census, because it used to happen in a time where the weather was much better, so people could line up and get themselves registered. And the same practice has been kept throughout the generation. That's why in most countries, you see census usually happens every 10 years in the month of April. And you can also see the tax years begin in April, in the beginning of April, because based on the Hebrew calendars. Another example that I can give why the Kimbanguists celebrate the birth of Jesus on the 25th of May, because the Bible tells us when the child was born, the shepherds were feeding the animals outside at night. During winter, what can I say? It's impossible. It will be too cold to be feeding the animals at night, and the grass, if I might use the expression grass, or vegetable, they don't grow in winter. They grow during the summer, during April or spring, when the weather is much better. In April, that's when the weather was better, so they brought out the animal at night. They can sit outside as well while the animal are eating, enjoying the weather that night. And the shepherds themselves could also stay outside because the weather was much better. That was mainly part 1 of our video. Like I promised, I don't want to drag it. There are more examples I could have given or go into more details, but that is a short video. I'm just doing a brief summary to explain few of the reasons why the Kimbanguists celebrate the Christmas on the 25th of May. But we also know on the 25th of May, Father Dialungana or Papa Dialungana was born, but in which for the Kimbanguists is the second coming of Jesus Christ. I'm going to try to give a brief summary about that on the part 2 of this video. Just a quick brief summary So people can have an idea, why do the Kimbanguists believe Jesus was born on the 25th of May, but also the same Jesus, which is Papa Jalungana, came back on the same date and revealed himself. So see you in part 2. It was your brother Wantunga Di Kazaya, and I love you all. Thank you.